YouTube? Thanks so much for stopping by the channel. This is Son of Liberty. Alright, so today's review we are going to be discussing the new Light Bearing inside the waistband holster from none other than Alex and Ryan Design Holsters. Let's take a closer look. Alright, so now on to the tabletop portion of the review. Now real quickly, before we dive further into the holster review, if you guys are unfamiliar with who Alex and Ryan Design Holsters are, real quickly I'm going to roll in just a few photos of their most popular model by far of holsters, which is called the Master Blaster. So when I actually saw the Master Blaster, I actually had the impression that the company kind of featured and built custom small package holsters for your smaller frame guns, like your small Rugers, your LCPs, you know, the small 380s, the Glock 42s, the 43s, and so forth. So when I received this holster for review, I'd done my research and come to find out these guys actually offer a very wide array of services. Whether you're looking for a custom handcuff carrier creator, if you're a law enforcement officer, you're a bounty hunter, whatever. They even offer a custom Kydex builder. So if you're looking to build something similar to this, which is inside the waistband or an outside the waistband holster, they offer combo holsters just like the Master Blaster you just saw. They even offer a line of revolver holsters as well, which I thought was very, very cool. Precision Kydex carriers for .308. They even offer RMR cutting services as well as shotgun barrel porting. So again, they actually offer a very large array of services. Now, one product that I actually saw that I thought was pretty unique within the industry. So let's say you build your own particular Kydex holster, you spend a lot of money on that. You can actually buy a lifetime warranty for your actual holster that you built, and if you ever break it, and let's admit it, guys, there's a lot of us that are generally pretty rough on our holsters. So if you happen to break it, you can actually send in your broken holster and they will make you a brand new one and send it back out to you for the life of the holster. So I thought that was very, very cool. So anyway, back to the review. So what I'm looking for, guys, for you is I am looking for a well-finished product. Okay, I'm looking for areas that they may have skipped corners. Okay, areas that they just simply overlooked. And I'll be honest with you, I think that you're going to be very impressed with this. So let's start off first. Right off the bat, the part that's, so I'm a right-handed shooter, the holster is going to lay against my stomach like this. These are all points of contact here that are going to come into contact with my skin, okay? And as you can see here from the gleam, that this is very, very well polished, okay? So it has a very, very smooth finish all the way around. I looked for areas that were raised, that were sharp, that might have a tendency to either scratch or cut, and I found none. So it was a very well finished product. They took their time and made sure that they didn't skip anything. The inside is very, very smooth, and which is important because when we are drawing that firearm, we want the least amount of resistance as possible. So that's important. Also, too, from drawing and reholstering, this is going to increase the longevity of the finish of your firearm because it is such a smooth finish, okay, from micro abrasions. So next, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a good clip, okay? How does it actually attach to the person's belt? Now, I am generally a fan of the 2-point or the 2 clips, such as some of your larger combo packages, like some of the other competitors. However, if I am going to have a single point belt clip, this is the one that I want, and it really is personal preference. This is another style of holster, but you can see the single point or the single. It's just a smaller single hook, and I'm just not a fan of these single ones. Again, it's personal preference. I want as much contact here on the belt as possible, and I feel like that the more contact that I have, the more stable that it's going to be throughout the day in the movement of the actual holster itself on my belt. Okay. Another thing that I look for is I look for a positive contact to the actual Kydex itself. Okay, now that's something that I think maybe even some other companies overlook. I've actually had a holster that no matter what belt that I wore, when I would actually go to draw, what would happen is that the holster, or excuse me, the clip itself did not have positive contact, and it was not very stiff. This is a very stiff clip, which is good. This is what you want. But the other one that I had been testing was when I would go to draw my firearm, it would either come out and it would be about halfway up my belt, or it would come all the way over the belt, and so what would happen is I wouldn't be able to draw the firearm completely out of the holster, which is just a recipe for disaster. Okay, I have not had that happen with this holster, and I've tried to duplicate that. But when I put this on, it locks into place firmly. All right. Lastly, of course, this one features the Raven Concealment Claw. Now, I am a huge fan of this product. I think Raven Concealment knocked it out of the ballpark, and I love the fact that they have now, of course, are selling these to other manufacturers so that other companies can enjoy the benefits of this type of clip. Now, the only criticism that I can actually give this particular holster is this actual claw. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put the holster on, and I'm going to show you a detailed close-up video real quick and give you a little bit more in depth of what I'm actually talking about. Again, it is the only criticism that I can give. It's not a huge one, but for me personally, it was just something that I just want to bring a point up. Alright guys, so I'm going to do the best job that I can here. I'm doing this one-handed. So let me just kind of show you real quickly here. Give you a close-up. There's the belt claw. Okay. Now I don't know if you guys can see this, but there is you know, just a very small amount of material here. The belt is doing all the work of holding my pants up. This has an internal plastic shim all the way through it. So this is it's got a lot of support. Okay, this belt does. I've actually done a review of it called the TRAKLINE EDC belt. I'll make sure to post that link down below. But what I'm actually referring to here is the actual claw itself. Not sure if you can see that, but it doesn't quite want to make contact with my belt. Now I'm going to show you what will happen to the stock here. I'm just going to relax. This is what happens to the stock here when I actually push on the actual belt itself. You can see it's going to bring this stock close to my belly, or if I was to take my finger and place it in front of the actual clip itself, it's going to tuck this, it's going to tuck that stock real nice against my stomach, and of course that is the purpose. But again, generally what I have found is that it doesn't quite make contact. Now, I will say this, if you are a larger person, and I'm going to push out with my stomach, okay? When I push out with my gut, that claw makes perfect contact with the belt. So I believe that if you are a larger individual and you've got more girth in the stomach area, this holster is going to do you very, very well. Okay, now let me just show you another comparison here real quick with another claw, so to speak. Alright, so here is the Raven Claw here on the Alex and Ryan holster. And here is just a different manufacturer. Just want to show you a difference and a variance here. You can see the aggressiveness of this angle here versus this one. You can see it probably a little bit better there. Again, these are just two different manufacturers. Now, I can tell you that this is not a fluke or some kind of abnormality. This is the holster that I showed you earlier with the clip attachment that I didn't like. The identical Ravenclaw. Okay, you can see there how that is manufactured, how it kind of curves down and then up. You can see the same design there. So these are two identical claws, and I had the same issues with this holster as I had with this one, with it just not quite making contact on the belt. But again, that is just my own personal body type, not the actual holster itself. Okay, so a few things that I did forget to mention was the sight channel and the RMR cut. So real quickly, let me show you the sight channel. Now I'm running, of course, suppressor sights, and I am missing the rear one. I'm in the process of swapping my sights out and do not have access to a sight pusher at the moment. But you can see it's very flush. It's very rounded all the way around. Okay, plenty of clearance on all sides. Okay, and that's just a sign that they took their time when they were making that. And you can see that that is beautifully finished from the beginning to the very end. Okay, now in reference to the RMR cut, the RMR is actually cut, of course, into the sweat guard. Now, look how plush this cut is. It's almost, I don't know if that was cut by a machine. I don't know. It might have been, but I can tell you that they've done a very, very good job on cutting that. It's very flush. It is perfectly aligned with the very, very bottom. You can see there, the very bottom of the RMR. Very nice finish here with the actual cut. Now you can see, if you'll notice, you see that mark there. This is the actual control portion of the RMR. It's almost like a reinforced rubber or nylon finish. It is flexible. Okay, of course, in order for you to control the intensity of the RMR light. But you'll notice that line, that is from another manufacturer who did not take the time when they were making their RMR cuts, and they cut it too high, and so it was constantly rubbing against my controls of the RMR. And I'll tell you, the last thing I want to do is have some kind of tear or basically the wearing down of that and allow moisture to get inside the controls here and have a failure of my RMR and have to send this thing back to Trijicon. That's the last thing I want to happen. So anyway, guys, I think that Alex and Ryan Designs hit this one out of the ballpark. I believe that they've done an outstanding job in making a very great product. Again, I'm really excited for more companies to come out with their version of an inside the waistband holster. Again, the more companies that we have making that, the more competition that we're going to have, which is going to keep those price points low for the consumers. So anyway, guys, Alex and Ryan Design. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this video review. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to check out this product. If you guys are interested in ordering your very own light bearing holster from Alex and Ryan, I'll make sure to post the link directly to their website down below. And I'll include their other social media outlets such as Facebook and Instagram. Speaking of Instagram, if you are on there, make sure to follow me. I'll post a link down below if you would like to stay in touch. In between video reviews, I drop hints on products that are upcoming, as well as videos, some training regiments that I go through. So anyway, if you are interested, click that link and follow me on Instagram. And if you guys are interested in seeing new products upcoming, click the follow button or the subscribe, and anytime I post a video review, you guys will also be notified by email. Alright? Until next time, guys, take care, be safe.